This is a 2005 Chevy Equinox. This is the intake system here. So this is a quick overview. I have this right here is your filter. And it goes right on here. And it clamps down. And it clamps down. There's a few parts yet. So just start, if you want to start doing something, clean out your air filter. This is your air filter there. You take that out, you can blow it out or buy a new one. That's a cheap, easy fix to do. But so to take this out, there are these two plugs down here. You will pop them out after this screw right here. I put it back in. It goes right into there. So there's one screw you take out, and then it'll pop out like that. But first, let me show you this plug right here. You're going to want to take out first. Pop that plug out and pull that out, and then this just pops right off after you do this. So this will just come right out. But be careful not to move this around too much, because that sensor you unplugged is your mass airflow sensor plug, and that's your mass airflow sensor in there. So that's what it looks like. So be careful with that to not mess up your mass airflow sensor. And then that tube, it connects to this tube here, and then you're going to have another valve right here. So this goes to your throttle body, and then that's what you can use to spray the cleaner in, to clean that out in there, to clean out your throttle body. But I would recommend taking this off to clean out your throttle body here. So this is all part of your air intake. It's called an intake manifold gasket, or manifold, that a gasket connects to. So this is the engine here. That's your block. And then, kind of by these screws, this is your intake manifold. So for each port there's 3 spark plugs coming. So that means there's 3 holes for the intake manifold over here. So that's part of your intake, which comes into this pipe here. This is your EGR pipe. This pipe on this vehicle will crack, and then you'll need to get a new one. And this is your EGR valve. EGR pipe, EGR valve. If you buy a new pipe on this vehicle at the store, they give you a whole different you have to redo all this. So you're going to have problems if you have this pipe cracked, which is a common problem. I had to find mine online of a used one that wasn't bad, that is the right length. If you get the other one and you think it'll fit, it won't. I have a different video on that I can show you. But so this is your EGR valve. Has your clip to pull out the electrical. If you follow the electrical underneath here, and then it comes up into this harness right here. So that's your EG. If you're changing, you just take off that bolt and that bolt. But if you have to make sure you have the exact right pipe length on that, and then change your valve, which it could be in EGR, Theo 400 code. So also connected, this just pops right off on mine. On some of them you need to take off that, but mine just pops right off. So this is your idle air controller, I think. A good thing to do is to look up the parts on eBay to show you what your part looks like, so you know what you're looking at in your vehicle. And then it connects to here. This is a vacuum hose, and then you have a connector right here. So this is all part of your intake. And then that comes around here, down, and then under. Maybe I'll show you that here, where that leads here if I have time. So getting back to your intake, like I said, this is all part of your intake. This comes off here to your CVT valve, I believe, or CV valve. So that goes down back into your engine, coming into here. And then this is your throttle body, and then this is another part of your intake here. This is your, might be your PCM module. Bolts on. And then your plenium that the intake connects to the engine too. So that all your intake stuff connects to the engine. So on top through that. And as far as the intake goes, that's most of where all your intake and then your filter and all that. So that's what most of that stuff is over here. That's still part of your intake, and it goes back around. But just kind of a little recap on the intake on the 3.4 2005 Chevy Equinox.